Welcome, listeners, to a chilling tale from the annals of 1980s folklore. A time when the world was transitioning, yet some places remained untouched by the passage of time. In a decade known for its neon lights and synth music, there was a story that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to listen. Amidst the vibrant culture and technological advancements, there existed a darker, more sinister side that few dared to explore. This is The Haunting of Willowbrook, a tale of a place where the past never truly let go. A place where the echoes of history reverberate through the walls, and the spirits of the past linger, waiting for the unsuspecting to stumble upon their domain. Our story begins in the small rural town of Willowbrook, a place where time seemed to stand still. Nestled away from the hustle and bustle of the modern world, Willowbrook was a town where everyone knew each other, and secrets were hard to keep. Nestled deep in the woods, the town had always been a tight-knit community. But everything changed when the old Whitmore mansion was abandoned in 1984. The mansion, once a symbol of grandeur and mystery, became a source of fear and speculation. The Whitmore mansion was once a grand estate, owned by the reclusive Elias Whitmore. Its towering spires and intricate architecture were a testament to a bygone era, a time when the Whitmore family was at the height of its power and influence. No one knew much about Elias, but whispers suggested he dabbled in dark arts. His reclusive nature and the strange occurrences around the mansion only fueled the rumors. Some said he was a sorcerer, others believed he was cursed. After his mysterious disappearance, the mansion fell into disrepair, and locals soon claimed it was cursed. The once beautiful gardens became overgrown, and the windows, once filled with light, now stared blankly like the eyes of a forgotten soul. By the summer of 1985, stories about the mansion began to circulate. Tales of ghostly apparitions, unexplained noises and eerie lights became the talk of the town. The mansion became a place of dread, a forbidden topic that only the brave or foolish dared to discuss. People spoke of eerie lights flickering in the windows, strange noises in the dead of night, and shadows moving when no one was there. These stories were often dismissed as mere fabrications, the product of overactive imaginations and the town's collective fear. Most dismissed these as the work of overactive imaginations, until a group of teenagers decided to investigate. Driven by curiosity and the thrill of adventure, they set out to uncover the truth behind the legends. It was a hot July evening when Jason, Lisa, Mark and Sarah, armed with nothing but flashlights and a portable radio, made their way to the mansion. The air was thick with anticipation, and the setting sun cast long shadows that seemed to beckon them forward. Their hearts raced with excitement and fear. Each step closer to the mansion felt like a step into another world, a world where the line between reality and the supernatural blurred. As they approached, the mansion loomed over them like a silent sentinel of forgotten secrets. Its imposing structure seemed to watch them, its darkened windows hiding untold stories. They entered through a side door which creaked ominously. The sound echoed through the empty halls, a reminder of the mansion's long-abandoned state. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the scent of mildew. The once grand rooms were now filled with decay, a stark contrast to their former glory. The group split up to explore, each one hoping to capture something on camera or hear something on the radio that would validate their adventure. They moved cautiously, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. Lisa and Sarah wandered into the library. The room, once a haven of knowledge, was now a tomb of forgotten books and lost wisdom. The room was lined with old, decaying books, each one a relic of the past, filled with stories and secrets that had long been forgotten. Sarah shivered as she felt a cold breeze despite the summer heat. It was as if the mansion itself was breathing, its cold breath a reminder of its haunted past. She turned to Lisa, who was engrossed in an old journal she had found. The pages were yellowed with age, and the writing was barely legible, but it spoke of strange rituals and dark secrets. Suddenly a loud crash echoed through the mansion. The sound was deafening, and it seemed to come from everywhere at once. Lisa and Sarah rushed out to find Mark and Jason, who had apparently found something disturbing in the basement, a room filled with strange symbols and what looked like old ritualistic artifacts. The walls were covered in cryptic markings, and the air was thick with an oppressive energy. They decided to leave, but as they reached the front door, it slammed shut with a force that shook the entire house. The sound reverberated through the halls, a final warning from the mansion itself. The lights flickered and went out, plunging them into darkness. The sudden loss of light was disorienting, and the darkness seemed to close in around them. Panic set in, and their attempts to open the door were futile. The door seemed to be held shut by an unseen force, and their fear grew with each passing moment. In the darkness they heard it, a soft, malevolent whispering that seemed to come from all around them. The whispers were unintelligible, but their tone was unmistakably sinister. "You shouldn't have come here," it said. The voice was cold and emotionless, and it sent a chill down their spines. "You've awakened what should remain undisturbed." The words hung in the air, a grim reminder of the mansion's dark history. Jason's flashlight flickered on and off, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The shadows seemed to move on their own, creating an unsettling atmosphere. The group huddled together, trying to stay calm. Their fear was palpable, and they clung to each other for support. As they waited, they heard footsteps approaching from behind. The sound was slow and deliberate, each step echoing through the halls. Turning around, they saw a ghostly figure in old-fashioned clothing, eyes hollow and staring. The figure seemed to float above the ground, its presence both terrifying and mesmerizing. The figure seemed to reach out to them, and with a final, desperate effort, Jason broke a window, and they scrambled outside into the cool night air. The sound of breaking glass was a welcome relief, a sign that they were finally free. They ran as fast as they could, not stopping until they reached the safety of the town. Their hearts pounded in their chests, and their breaths came in ragged gasps. When they finally returned home, the group swore never to speak of that night again. The experience had left them shaken, and they knew that some things were better left forgotten. Some believe that the Whitmore mansion still stands, waiting for the next unwary souls to come too close. Its dark history and haunted past continue to cast a long shadow over Willowbrook. As for the teenagers, they never fully escaped the memory of what they saw, or the feeling that something was watching them, even now. The experience had left a mark on them, a constant reminder of the night they ventured into the unknown. So, dear listeners, if you ever find yourself wandering near an old abandoned house, remember this tale. The past has a way of reaching out to those who dare to uncover its secrets, and some doors are better left unopened. Sometimes the past has a way of reaching out to those who dare to uncover its secrets. The echoes of history can be heard in the creaking of old floorboards and the whispering of the wind through broken windows. Until next time, keep your lights on and your doors locked. The shadows of the past are often closer than you think, and it's always better to be safe than sorry. The shadows of the past are often closer than you think. Good night, if you dare. And remember, some stories are more than just tales, they are warnings.